Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by Sara Frost.
Hi.
We're gonna look at Girliyapa's Girlsplaining, Episode 1, Losing Her Virginity. This is a Girliyapa original. Thank you so much to Girliyapa for allowing us to react to this series. Very, very much appreciate it, and Sara appreciates it too. She also appreciates the fact that you included subtitles. That's the most important part.
एक सेकेंड ये पायल है ना तेरी रूममेट? अबे मैंने सुना है ये पिछले 3 महीने में 6 लड़कों के साथ डिनर पे जा चुकी है। सीन क्या है?
मिताली, अब हर बार हमारा मैथ्स टीचर बदलेगा तो उसमें उसकी क्या गलती है? उसको तो पास होना है ना।
तुम फर्स्ट ईयर वालों में ना तो अलग ही ठरक है। बाय गॉड,
अरे तो कुछ भी नहीं, हमारे सेकंड ईयर में नहीं।
ये रुचि, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में मेरी टॉक्सिक लगवा देना प्लीज। आई हैव अ डेट विद स्नेहा।
है? एक मिनट, स्नेहा?
हाँ।
अच्छा, तो बस वो तेरे लिए था?
मेरे लिए था मतलब?
शाबाश मेरे शेर, आज तो तू शिकार करेगा।
तुझे कैसे पता?
अरे कल ना स्नेहा ने मुझे ट्रायल रूम से 3 ब्रा के ऑप्शंस भेजे। पुशअप,
Oh, that's what she meant.
From the trial
leopard print, ऐसे she'll totally carry leopard print, है ना?
हाँ।
तू इतनी यकीन से कैसे कह सकती है?
अरे उसका फिगर, उसका स्किन टोन, उसके ऑरेंज फेशियल हेयर, एवरीथिंग गोज विद द लेopard।
मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि तू इतनी यकीन से कैसे कह सकती है कि अगर वो नहीं ब्रा ले रही थी तो मतलब हम
Dude's not obvious at all. Looking back. Like, damn, dude.
नहीं चाइना कब
Be a little bit more discreet.
सब घर पे गेस्ट आने वाले हो।
पहला टेस्ट ही सरप्राइज टेस्ट। मुझे तो सिलेबस भी नहीं पता यार।
I don't even know the syllabus.
This is your first time।
क्यों?
Oh, he's treating it like an exam.
अगर रणबीर का डेब्यू खराब हो सकता है तो तेरा तो होना ही है। और तू तो फिर कपूर भी नहीं है ना कि तुझे सेकंड चांस, दीपिका, कटरीना सब मिल जाए।
They're naming off celebrities.
I really like her. मैंने तो ना उसके नाम के टाइटल का फॉन्ट भी डिसाइड कर लिया है। टाइम्स न्यू रोमन 12 bold।
Times New Roman 12 bold? That's so basic.
ये पक्का पास करनी पड़ेगी, वरना स्नेहा ये गाड़ी तो कभी नहीं खरीदेगी।
Shit। यार अब क्या करूं?
3 प्लेट नूडल ऑर्डर कर जा।
भूख लगी है, चल उठ।
So does a lot of it take place in this cafe?
I have no idea. Like, this is all new to me. Yeah.
Looks like it.
It's a Girliyapa original.
Reminds me of like Zoe 101.
Don't know that one.
Disney. Way back in the day.
They talk about losing your virginity in that?
Not quite.
Okay.
Not quite.
Losing his virginity. God, I got so much to talk about.
फ्रेश शर्ट, मैचिंग सॉक्स, बॉडी से डियोर, मुंह से बाबा इलायची की खुशबू। राउंड वर्क तो सही है तेरा, बट व्हाट अबाउट द पिच? गेम तो वही खेलना है ना?
अरे पिच पे रोलर तो मैं 7वीं क्लास से चला रहा हूँ, पर आज तक ना सिर्फ नेट प्रैक्टिस ही की है मैंने।
ओके, वी डिडंट नीड टू नो दैट। नेट प्रैक्टिस तक तो सेफ है। प्लीज मेन मैच में ना हेलमेट पहन लेना।
अरे विकास तो कहता है कि हेलमेट पहन के रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट स्लो हो जाती है और खेलने में फील भी नहीं आता।
तू ना कैप पहन ले। इट्स लाइक इट्स नॉट इवन देयर और सेफ भी रहेगा। क्योरेक्स है।
Sponsored by.
और तू ना प्लीज विकास की बातें मत सुना कर। He belongs to that male species जो लोग YouTube पे ऐड और रेड ट्यूब पे फोटो स्किप करते हैं।
अरे नहीं, मेरे तो बचपन से ही सपना है 4 प्ले करने का, पर यार थोड़ा ना डर लग रहा है। उस टाइम गाड़ी अगर 4th गियर में आ गई तो मैं सर्विस लेन छोड़ के सीधा हाईवे ना पकड़ लूं।
हाईवे तक पहुंचने के लिए शहर की टेढ़ी मेढ़ी गलियों से तो गुजरना ही पड़ता है ना, तब जाके लॉन्ग ड्राइव का मजा आता है ना।
एग्जैक्टली, थोड़ा माहौल तो बना। ओके देख, सॉफ्ट म्यूजिक,
Oh, God, Jesus.
This is
अरे
hilarious.
पर स्टार्टिंग में लाइट डिम कर दूंगा तो मुझे कुछ दिखेगा कैसे? एंड हाउ वुड आई नो वेयर ब्राउक इज? और वैसे भी एक बार में करने का इतना प्रेशर होगा ना मुझ पे।
ओ भाई, ब्रा खोल रहा है, फास्टेस्ट फिंगर्स फर्स्ट नहीं खेल रहा कि देर होगी तो हॉट सीट नहीं मिलेगी। यू आर द ओनली कंटेस्टेंट, टेक योर टाइम
और लेट हर डू इट। देख, इफ शी इनिशिएट्स एंड फील में आके उसने तुझे लव बाइट दे दी तो तुझे कितना अच्छा लगेगा?
बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। और उससे भी अच्छा लगेगा जब 4 लौंडे अगले दिन उसको देख के कहेंगे ना और बाय। एंड ऑब्वियसली आई वुड रिटर्न द फेवर।
तो क्या नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग है जो तुझे चांद पे जाके झंडा गाड़ने की? हे लुक, आई वाज हियर। idiot.
So you mean no hickeys?
Only where the world can't see it.
Dirty talk?
Not in Hindi or Marathi.
Positions?
Don't come first.
Come again?
Only if you can.
Cigarette?
After sex.
What should I say?
Anything but I love you.
Acha, ek last question, huh? How do I get her to talk to Gabbar?
You call your... fuck, man. I need time to get over it.
इसका आंसर तुम्हें मिलेगा न्यूटन्स थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन में.
Acha, so E is equal to MC square. So basically if I'm trying...
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Oh.
समझे?
Oh. Okay.
So if you want her to talk to your gabbar, तुझे पहले उसकी बसंती को नचाना पड़ेगा.
Oh gosh.
Basanti. Basanti. Oh sorry, Sneha का text आ गया guys. Thank you. सरदार खुश हुआ.
अबे ओ सरदार. If your show turns out to be a marvel, wait for the post-credit scene. Okay.
पर हम मूवी देखने नहीं जा रहे.
अरे वो कडलिंग कह रही है.
Doing more afterwards.
मेरा तो ना
Got it,
फेवरेट सीन भी ना वो जादू की झप्पी वाला है. I love that scene.
अच्छा तो सेंचुरी मारेगा ना डेब्यू पे?
अबे तू इसकी बात मत सुन. Remember, it's more important to enjoy your first game, okay? Enjoy.
हाँ ठीक है. However short it may last.
Challenge.
I've never seen a non-American web series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I've barely seen American web series, to be perfectly honest. I've watched way more Indian web series. Okay, where do I start with this? Gosh, there's so much to talk about. It's interesting how they're breaking it down from what's supposedly a girl's perspective, how you're supposed to approach your first time with a person at all, or your first time in general. Some of the things they were saying, I'm like, yeah, I don't know that I would have done that.
Right.
I don't think I would have used those methods. The thing that I'm hooking into in my brain is the music thing. She's like, use music and scented candles and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, that's just a big distraction. It's already a nerve-wracking process. Now you're trying to set the mood, and that's just more thoughts. I'm just concentrating on the person and hoping that goes well. So
I think they were like pointing out like all the things you see in the movies, like the cigarette after sex and like
Yeah.
all that stuff. So I think that it's the only thing he knows of is from what he's seen before in the movies or elsewhere.
What's fascinating to me that this is bringing up is not just the what men and women see, but like what men and women want. If it's a Marvel movie, stay for the post-credit scene. That's an interesting analogy for cuddling afterwards. I'm trying to figure out how to talk about these things without being too like blunt.
That's what I kind of liked about it, is they were being as blunt as was respectfully appropriate to be talking about in a cafe.
Right.
They're kind of using all these very
Innuendos and analogies.
Totally. It's something that you would talk about every day without actually explicitly saying anything about losing his virginity except for in the title.
The most important message here is they said to wear a condom. That is the most important message here, is that you put on a condom, or as my best friend Sintel likes to say, a Jimmy hat. Put on a Jimmy hat. Just make sure you strap up so that you don't have an unwanted situation. That could be anything, whether it's pregnancy or STDs or whatever. Like just taking safety measures. It also highlights how like that first time is such an important thing in our head. I think I waited like a year and a half with my girlfriend before we went there. Like I waited a long time because I wanted to make sure. And it was awkward. It was so awkward. That's what this video isn't talking about. Is like, it's so awkward the first time. Because you just don't know what you're doing. And that's okay. It's gonna be awkward and weird. As long as you've got a condom on, you're okay. It's not gonna go the way the movies make it look whatsoever. You just, learn and figure out your body over time. It doesn't look like it does on RedTube. I didn't have RedTube when I went back in the day.
But I like how like the girls also take the reins, and they clearly, doesn't say anything explicitly, but they're the ones
who are experienced.
Girlsplaining to him, and he's the one who clearly has a lot of nerves. And it's interesting that they also are friends with this girl.
Yeah.
And so they're approaching it kind of as like mentors holding their hands, walking them forward.
Yeah, I do like that. I like that concept. For some real life advice, be careful with the advice you receive. Even from Jaby. Like, just be careful with the advice. Take it with a grain of salt. Because every chick is different. Every dude is different. They try to oversimplify in film in general, like what men want and what women want. And I think both are very complex creatures in ways that film doesn't often talk about. They go, oh, to impress a woman, you get her flowers and get candles and whatnot. It's like, yeah, that's not how every woman works. You know, some women don't give a damn about that. That was the joke. There was an email that went around back in the day that said to impress a woman, it had like all these things: buy her flowers, get her chocolate, and make sure you do the dishes, and blah 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 blah. To impress a man, show up naked. That's it. And it was like, yeah, that's actually not quite how men work. Like maybe when you're 18, that's how they work, but in adulthood, it's different. I'm saying all this to help you guys, if you're super young watching this, to help you kind of shape an understanding that it's not quite that simple. Maybe it is in the beginning. I don't know.
Just be respectful.
Yeah, just be, that's an important one. Yes, that's a very, very important one, is to be respectful. No is no. I'm not ready is no.
And communication.
Communication's a big deal. It also goes into what women consider that maybe men don't consider, that I think men should start to consider. Like, she's talking about grooming herself with the bra and the skin tone and blah, blah, blah. Like all these things that a girl does in preparation to look nice and pleasant for the event. And whereas a guy's like, I just gotta show up, right?
Nope. Nope.
You know, groom yourself, son. Make yourself look nice. Before this de-evolves into something weirder, I'm gonna conclude this video here. I do appreciate what the video is going for, what it stands for, and what they're trying to do. And it's cool that it's coming from a girl's perspective, and what this also indicates to us is that we should ask our female friends for advice more often, you know, because if anyone has knowledge on what girls want, it's other girls, generally speaking, you know. Unless you go to my friend Susan.